Hello YouTube, welcome to another video. Thank you for clicking on this one. If you hadn't noticed, my hair has been gradually changing colors and this was the goal. But when I saw this hair, I said, okay, let me try, let me see. Titi's bumping the camera. Don't know how I feel about it just yet. I don't know, we'll see. But I do love the color, it's just the style. But today, I wanted to kind of wing it while I have a few minutes before the girls get home from school. This is going to be about my perspective on myself being my best investment. And, you know, we live in a day and age where college really is optional. College is really one of those things where you have got to know that you know where you're going, what you're going to do with your degree, what is going to be the financial benefit to your degree. If your school costs $40,000, in my mind, let's just do basic math, I need a return of 40 more. So I want to come in easy with a salary trajectory of 80. That's just basic math, because in this day and age, everything costs more, and ain't nobody trying to be out here spending all that money for education to come out and just barely making by, and on top of that, paying college back. So you really got to be smart, you know. And I remember my parents sharing, you know, you just keep going to school, you'll figure it out. Just keep going to school and get a degree, anything, something, psychology, sociology, history, English, something, and you know, God will make a way. And I really struggled with that principle. I really struggled, not the part about God making a way, but really struggled with paying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I didn't really have on books, classes, the energy and time, my focus, my attention, when I really was interested in living, having fun, traveling. And at that time, I had dipped my toe in dating a individual that had it like that. He had been there, done that. He had his own trucking company, and he had an auto shop lot. So he sold cars, he had his trucking business, and he was set. So I would be like, I gotta go to school, and I'm gonna take some clothes to Plato's Closet. Y'all know Plato's Closet, to get a little extra cash. And he was like, what? And I was like, you sell your clothes that you don't wear anymore. And he was like, no, that's weird. He just gave me a wad of cash, you know. And that was just kind of like my first introduction to, wow, there are entrepreneurs that got it like that didn't necessarily take the college route. They're already set. And so I was a little distracted by him, I'm not gonna lie, because, you know, he would want to take road trips and do things. And, you know, he always just had it. I never had to worry when I was with him. And he helped me with school too. Not that my parents weren't either. My dad definitely was like, you get all A's and B's, you know what I mean? I'm going to give you an allowance. And I was like, okay. But I struggled with my focus because I still didn't know what I liked, what I wanted to study. And the older I got, and after dropping out one semester after another, re-enrolling, getting excited, saying, okay, I'm refocused, and all that confusion so many years into it, you start looking back like, when I took the energy and the money and the forethought that it took to re-enroll in school, pick a school, you know, I really felt better when I invested in myself, whether it be something that I was interested in, whether it be some kind of self-care. And even though in those days my self-care isn't what it is today, it would just be little things, or if I got my hair done, my nails done, it felt better. I saw more return on my investment, right? Because I was not in industries that, like, okay, doctors, lawyers, engineers, nursing. Okay, you need a career path and you need a degree in order to enter into those industries, right? That makes perfect sense. You're passionate, you enjoy it, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into, you know exactly what your your typical work day is going to look like. You've done your research, you've maybe even shadowed or interned in those industries, you know. And this is not knocking anyone that's in school. I'm just saying that I feel like in 2024, if you're thinking about returning, if you're thinking about, you know, some type of certificate or associates or whatever, you are so clear, you are so laser focused on, I know exactly how much this is going to benefit me in every single way. I'm not going to get a degree that then I'm going to not want to clock into an office, okay? whatever that office dynamic may look like. You know you're going to work from home, or you know you're going to have the flexibility to travel and just work from your laptop, or they're going, or let's say you have a company or an industry in mind that you know that it is not a it's not an unheard of thing where they offer packages, or what do they call them, like incentives and not bonuses, but stipends, is that the word I'm looking for? But anyway, they allocate funds for your co-working, your mental health, okay, your time off, and it's made to be cushy. They really support their employees, they support their teams, and they want you to have a good work-life balance. They understand you might have kids at home, in the background, or you work, whatever. There are industries out here like that. There are companies, very progressive companies, that are setting these, changing the way that the workforce feels and flows and, works in your lifestyle. I'm all for it. What I'm not in favor of is just blindly going on with old information and old advice that just doesn't work anymore. And I use another example, rest in peace to my grandma. This is no slight to her, but she used to swear up and down, if you got with a good company, at first, some college, because I don't think she got her degree, but she had enough college to get a really good job with the county, I believe. So with the county, you get in early, you get in young, you stay there, you work, you prove yourself 20, 30 years, and you retire with that company, and they will appreciate your dedication, and they will, in turn, look out for you with your pension, your whatever. And, you slowly work up and blah, 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 blah. And I don't know about you, but there are a lot of horror stories around people that are super dedicated and now I can't stop messing with my hair. Not that I don't mess with my locks in my videos, but there were people that were super loyal and dedicated and all in with these companies, and they laid off tons of people, and they did not get a check. And there's, you always just want to you always now need to have a backup plan, another stream of income, someone that is supporting you, someone that is, helping you maybe start your own thing, and you have a plan. You always have a plan for, okay, what it is that I'm investing in. The whole point of an investment is to get a return. And there are also so many stories of women, intelligent women, driven women, who have gotten all these degrees and decide that they love being in their homes, focus on family, starting their own businesses, writing books, doing what they want to do when they want to do it. And I heard it was really cute, because she said she had some, law degree or something fancy, but basically she said, she took a 12-year break or 12-year vacation after she had her son. And, you kind of hear a 12-year vacation or whatever. But it is true that, she had the luxury and the opportunity and the option and the choice she could walk away from, I'm hearing lawnmowers, she could walk away from work, career, because when you bring your little baby home, you don't want to hear nothing about nobody telling you we want to see you in 6 weeks or however long it is. I can't even remember. I never had anyone emailing me talking about see you soon. No, I'm not coming back. I'm coming back when I know they can talk, walk, eat, go to the bathroom, and they're not going to miss mommy. They can play. They can, do whatever they want to do. Okay, I'm funny like that. Like, no, y'all not raising my kids. You can help, you can support, but this is not something that I have to do because I need the money. And when you have a baby, that is so instinctual I hate to see women have to feel torn. I hate to see women even working pregnant. Is so sad, because I know how I felt when my morning sickness kicks in. I vomit all day long. I can't keep down water. I can barely eat. I lose a lot of weight. And my job is just to survive. My job is just not pass out from exhaustion, from just being in my first and second trimester. By my third trimester, I'm kind of doing a little better. I can, muster through a baby shower, and at least put my nursing together. But that has been both of my experiences. And I thank God and Mother, Father, God, and all of the timing of everything, that I was blessed enough to not have to work both my pregnancies. and those relationships didn't work out, I do appreciate those men in my life at the time, their fathers, that didn't question me, didn't bully me, didn't rush me, didn't, like, so, you know what I mean, you really can't, I really need you to work and pull your weight and all this nonsense. And even with school, even with my ex-fiance, I enrolled in school, gung-ho, thinking I'm going to do this healthcare administration thing, kind of a segue off of nursing. And I was like, I'd be damned if you'd be like, so when are you going to finish your degree so you can, help out with some of these bills, hurry up and go back to work. You know what I mean? Like, that was not the energy. That was not the focus. That was not the goal. My thing was, okay, if I don't want to do bedside anymore, but still slightly interested in healthcare, what's the next flexible move, okay? But again, looking back even at that season of all that money I spent on classes and, it's like, wow, I never regretted my self-care. I never regretted the money that I invested in a vacation, anything, because that poured back into me, my happiness, my well-being, my balance, my lifestyle, versus like, oh, I have some credits. I'm always checking off some college, like I get 3/4 of the degree or 3/4 of a program or whatever. And then it's like, it's still knowledge retained, right? But I also have never really been interested in anyone's approval, like, oh, you have a degree. Because it's like, I'm always such a free spirit. I'm always so entrepreneur minded. And so the things that I would do here and there to get my money, it never was based on someone saying yay or nay or you're hired or whatever after I left being a CNA. So once you get a taste of that, you stop needing that type of validation. You stop needing that type of like, oh, wow, you have a degree. Because again, you're like, the energy and all of that could be poured into other things that I'm interested in, that I know will benefit me, that I know will make me feel better, that I know will empower me and set me up to do whatever. So just something to think about. And it can be intimidating. It can be scary to, let's say your whole family, they all went into education, they're all nurses and doctors, or they all have degrees, or maybe you're feeling this pressure of needing to be the first one to go to college, or maybe you're feeling this pressure to not let anyone down, period, because if you're not in college, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your time? And it really is no one's business. It really is no one's responsibility or right to be grilling you about what you're doing, when last time I checked, you're a grown-ass adult. You live in your life, you're paying your own bills, you're minding the business that pays you, and you're staying in your lane. And as long as you can work through letting go of these expectations, letting go of these burdens and societal expectations that we can sometimes often put ourselves under, and just take a deep breath and say, what does Ashley need? What does Ashley want? What do you need? What do you want? What makes you feel intelligent? What makes you feel smart? You can learn more in a book, a practical life book, than some of these textbooks that just go on. And then how you learn how to skim and scan and take chapters and chapters of information and boil it down to an outline of information. Like, what are we learning? We're memorizing things to pass tests, to look back and be like, what did you retain from the information? Or how can you use the information that you just spent hours studying, hours memorizing, beyond a test? Beyond that. That's what I'm talking about, when you really start breaking down and dissecting what it is that you're really trying to achieve with the information and the degree. So just a little, thing I wanted to share, because you are not alone in your back and forth. God knows I've been there. I was just there. Was it earlier this year? I was enrolled, and what's worse, my dad would be like, how's school going? And right before I quit, I was like, school's going. It's going, and he used to say, before you had children, I told you, focus on school and get your degree and get that out the way, and you'd be better set up in life. And I was like, I don't believe that anymore. And that was hard for me to come to that conclusion for myself, because I'm a daddy's girl and that's your father, and he has such high expectations. And, I was born into and raised in a Christian household, and, you all know that whole setup. So it was like, to disagree with your father, to say, that's not for me. I don't believe that. I don't believe that because I didn't get a paper degree that I could put on the wall, I am not prepared for life. I'm not prepared for the things that I cannot control. I'm not prepared for the things that life throws at you that, change is inevitable, right? Because I also know that I don't like clocking in and working for someone and being told you can't leave until this time until you do X amount of work. That doesn't feel good to me. When I love being able to get my girls from school, I love being able to take our time on the weekends and do what we want and go where we want. And I don't have to put in a request for my time. I don't have to get an approval for family time and just even a mental health day. The more you get a taste of that, the less you're interested in going back. My boss, my manager, my team, no. No. And again, not knocking anyone that's where you're at, but if you know in your heart that you feel led to leave that world, don't feel guilt and don't feel like it's impossible. You set that as a goal and you say, okay, either I'm going to work toward it or you can go cold turkey and be like, God will make a way. God, I'm going to figure it out. There's two ways to go about it, but guess what? Either way you go and you believe that it's for you, you're going to land. You're going to land there. We don't have to know how. We don't have to know when. We just have to know the what, right? Like when I quit my jobs when I was pregnant, it wasn't like I was like, okay, oh my God, I don't know how he's going to take it. And I don't know how, well, let me see. My second pregnancy, I wasn't working. I'm sorry. My first pregnancy, I was working at JCPenney. And I actually did like that job before it got all weird, It was more upscale back in those days. And God knows, I didn't know I was pregnant. Really, yeah, I didn't know I was pregnant. So I was feeling sick and I felt the vomit come up in my mouth and I was like, I rushed all the way back to the back of the mall to try to go like get myself together and spit it out. And I was like, this is not a good sign, And so when I came home, I was like, if I am pregnant, I cannot work. Or did I know? I can't remember. But anyway, it was very early on. My point was that I was not like, how's he going to pay the bills? How am I going to worry about and fearing what I wanted, what I needed in that time? I need to stay home and I need to focus on my pregnancy. I need to focus on my health and my peace of mind, not trying to get up, clock into this job on my feet 8 hours plus, worrying about these people and where I'm going to throw up next. So what's going to make me feel nauseous? What smell? What's going to throw me off? Can I eat? Can I keep down water? I don't know. I came home and I told my then husband, you have to figure it out. So when you have that knowing, when you have that, like, I said what I said, I need what I need, I want what I want, not in a bougie, bitchy way, but just in a surety way, like, it's gonna work itself out, especially if you have a man in your life. He's gonna be like, okay, baby, I got you. He's not gonna be like, what about this, what about that? That's that, I don't like that nervous, pervous energy. And then that's a Virgo thing too. Get it together. It's not time to be weak. It's not time to be unsure because we're very grounded, right? We're very sure of ourselves. So that has to be your attitude. That has to be your mental. I said that full circle to say that has to be your mental when you make up in your mind, okay, what is your goal? What is your time frame? What does work for you? What is the plan? What do you desire? What do you truly desire? Claim it, hold on to it, and just say it's just a matter of time. And then go back and add the action and the plan behind it to get what you want, to create the life that you need and want, to have the standards met, to have things completed. Oh, sorry, the light kind of, yeah. So that's what I wanted to share. Just to reiterate, you will always be your best investment, but be clear on that. Don't let anyone else tell you where you should put your money and your energy. Those are your two biggest assets, if you ask me. Your personality and your looks and all that stuff, that pretty privilege, that comes into it too. I'm not gonna knock that. I have been in situations where someone will say, well, this is our policy. And I said, oh, okay. I understand. And then I'm looking at them, they're looking at me and they're like, well, and then they do a little clicking around and they say, okay, well, I did this for you this once, this is today. And I'm like, thank you so much. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've had it happen. People have helped me, gifted me, paid for me, done all kinds of things because of how they connected with me. So, I mean, if you don't know me, what else would it be based off of? My smile, I'm really nice. I said, how are you? How are you doing today? Maybe I came off friendly, warm, whatever, but they changed their mind. They opened the way. They made a way. Okay. So that could be another asset, but your time and your money definitely is at the forefront. So when you are in control of those two things, you really do feel on top of the world. You really do feel like, you're capable, you're able when you're not robbed of that. And again, if you love work and you love your industry, no sweat. But you also know you need to be also thinking, where will this job elevate me in the next year, 2 years, 3 years? Always be thinking about moving up. Always be thinking about, do you want to move into management? Do you want to do some type of new responsibilities, and definitely more money? Where can they offer training, all any kind of information and resources for you to be better? Tell them, okay, I love this company, I love where I'm working, I love what I'm doing, but I want to be better for you all, and then I want to be in turn compensated for that. Okay. Taking advantage of the 401k matching and all these different things. Make sure you are going to get and actively creating what you need from those people, because a lot of times people aren't going to tell you, hey, did you take advantage of our this, that, and the other, and this and it. No, you got to go and you got to ask these people. You got to tell these people. I made a video about this years ago. Ask for the raise before they come up with, oh, we're doing a company-wide raise based on assessment. No, you go tell them, people, look, I've been here for 1.5 years. I'm dedicated. I'm this, I'm that. I'm a hard worker. I would like a raise. Pick a number. Pick a number. And I remember researching how to go about that just to make sure I was on my P's and Q's and on my top of my toes. And I read white men are more likely to obviously earn more, but to ask more. They be entitled. You got to use that energy. Go in there like you the shit, and they got it. It's in the budget. Somewhere it's in the budget. Go get it. You see what I'm saying? So I get it. Everyone is not entrepreneurial minded. Everybody doesn't want to. Some people can't even fathom the thought of just being home all day and relaxing and taking it easy and bordering and doing what you want to do. I've been doing that for a very long time, and I love it. And it's easy for me to chillax. But if you are not wired that way, just maximize and continue to invest in yourself where you're at. 22 minutes, not bad. I think I'll wrap this up because I know my alarm's going to go off and get the girls off the bus. But thank you for watching this one. I hope you guys got something out of it. I hope it helps someone out there. I am like talking so fast, but I keep getting tongue-tied. But I don't know. It's Friday. I'm super excited about the weekend and just doing what we do. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And until the next one, as always, peace. Bye.